if you are living with like Nigerian parents, African parents, when they see you at home, instantly it feels like joblessness. If you don't take yourself serious, they wouldn't take you serious. I'm working, I'm serious, and I mean business, right? Hi, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now in this video we're going to be talking all about telling your parents, your African parents, your Nigerian parents, that you are a creative in 2020. Now I've gotten a couple of these questions a couple of times, but recently I got this question from Cindy. Hi Cindy, she's an amazing subscriber, by the way, and she basically asked me how my parents reacted to it. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some ways, some tips, and I want to say the best method to enlighten them. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys a couple of things. We're going to be going really in depth with this, so I want to get comfortable, and I also want you to get comfortable so we can have like this mutual conversation. So if you are interested, then you know what to do. Definitely do keep on watching. I don't know about you, but personally I do know that most parents would want you to follow the normal, conventional and traditional career path, and that is because it's what they are used to, it's what they are comfortable with, and it's really what they understand. So they send you to school, you go to school with the hopes of gaining knowledge and then being able to apply that knowledge to a real job, supposedly, in order for you to be able to maintain and sustain a certain level of standard of living, right? They want you to be able to basically take care of yourself and take care of them in the long run, right? So now in 2020 there is now an entirely diverse new work culture where you can now be an influencer and be making millions and billions of naira, right? You can be a content creator, a YouTuber, a blogger, you can be a musician, you can do things that were not norm 30-40 years ago, right? Now parents' greatest fear and doubt is not because they don't believe in what you're doing, but rather because they actually don't understand what you're doing well enough to believe in it. And that is where education and information comes in place. I feel like most times when parents are in denial or are not accepting what you're doing now, it's not because they don't want to, it's because they don't understand it well enough for them to be open enough to accept it, right? And that's where you have to push and put in that extra effort to inform them as well as to educate them, right? And you can look at things that are happening around us now. 20 years ago the norm for media was newspaper, right? Now I don't I don't think newspaper even exist. They do, but the reality is 5 years from now you would not see any newspaper, right? Because things are going digital, things are changing, right? A little bit of fear and doubt is really what clouds their judgment and their ability to accept what you're doing now, basically. And I do want to say that older people find it harder to adopt to a new culture, a new innovation, new technology, new gadget and all that. They love the comfort of what they know, where they are and what they are used to. For some anyways, if you are someone who is trying to start a new venture, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start up your own business. I mean, 20 years ago businesses were not as rampant as they are right now. Like, there are a lot of entrepreneurs now in 2020 compared to like 1999, right? Especially in Nigeria anyways. But I do want to say that if you're someone who is very concerned and worried about, you know, your parents reacting to you being a creative, an influencer, an entrepreneur in summary, I do want to say that the only way you can combat that is for you to educate them in the best way you can, right? Let them know what you're doing, how you're doing it, and not just let them know what you're doing now, but let them also see the vision of where it's going to be, where you're going to, right? Because sometimes, especially if you're starting up as a creative, you are going to struggle. That's just the truth. You are going to struggle as a creative, as an entrepreneur. You're going to struggle. your best years are not going to be your first years, right? Your first 3 years, you're going to be struggling to start making profit, to even break even, right? What I want you to do, if you're someone that's struggling with this, is that I want you to do your own research. I want you to understand what you're doing very well, completely well, and be able to explain that perfectly well, right? And not just explain it for what it is now, but also for what it would be in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 years to come, right? Also, if you can show them results, it also makes a difference. Like, they need proof of it, because I know that if you are an influencer, a content creator, odds are 90% of the time you're going to be at home, right? So if you are living with like Nigerian parents, African parents, when they see you at home, instantly it feels like joblessness, to be real, right? It feels like you are home, you're pretty much jobless. Like, their normal traditional career and job and all that requires you to dress up, suits, tie, shoe, boots, everything, looking like serious, and then going to work and coming back late and then repeating the same thing over and over again. That is the traditional work culture, let me use that term. And now that they are not used to seeing people at home working on their laptop, on the phone, filming, camera, everything, it's left for you to be able to educate them and let them know what you're doing and show them results as well, right? So personally for me, because I do get a lot of PRs at home, and my mom is so used to it that she sees them and she's like, oh, did you buy it or is it for advertising? And I'm like, yeah, this woman gets me. And she's getting me small, is it for advert? I'm like, yeah, it's for adverts, yeah, it's promotion. I'm like, yeah, okay. And she's used to it already because she gets it and now she understands it to a certain extent, right? So what I would say is pitch yourself to them. Pitch yourself to your parents. If you have to create an entire, I'm trying to get comfortable. If you can create an entire plan on how you're going to pitch that idea to them, sell your dreams to them, actually oversell your dreams to them. If possible, let them be able to visualize your dreams as you're talking, right? So you can say something like, this is what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is that I'm working with brands. So this is what we do. We come up with concept. We try to create content that would be consumed by audience. We're trying to sell product. We're doing it in a more conventional way, a more 2020 way. I know that news now is more, parents are now consuming more news on WhatsApp than on newspaper. So we can see how things are evolving even in their own generation. So you find out a way to pitch your idea. This is what I'm doing now. However, this is where I want to take it to, right? I'm an influencer now, no wahala. I'm doing content, no wahala. But in 5 years, I want to be able to grow my brand, have businesses, do that and that and that and that. And for me to get there, I need to start from here, right? By the time you pitch yourself, sell yourself, convince and educate them on what's happening now, that way they can see it, understand it, and really dive into your vision and visualize it and understand what you're really doing. So if you're someone who is struggling with letting them know, sometimes I feel like the problem isn't even them, it is mostly you, because you don't even know yourself so well and believe in yourself so well. Because if you know your worth, if you know where you're going, if anybody comes to you like, this is me and that, yeah, and you'll be so passionate, you'll be so confident in what you're doing, right? So even if they say no, so because some parents are stubborn, some parents are really stubborn, that's fine. You've done your own path, leave it all to God. Continue your hustle, and just means you need to work 10 times harder to prove them wrong. That's how I see it. So yeah, someone also said, how do you feel at home when you have parents and they're calling you and every 5 seconds, 5 minutes? I personally, for me, I want to say that living in a Nigerian home, when you're living with your parents and all of that, Most times when they see you at home, it feels like they feel like maybe you're jobless if you haven't explained what your job entails, right? If you haven't explained it, if they don't really understand it, they see you at home and they think you're jobless, right? What I would say is, first of all, educate them, let them know that you're not jobless. So like, this is what we're doing. We're working from home now. This is 2020, right? But also try to create a barrier between your personal life and your business life, right? Because most times when you are working from home, it is so hard to separate these two entities, right? Your personal life and your business life. And then you can create a system whereby they are aware of what you're doing, your filming time, your filming hour, and then inform them basically. So if you're filming from 12 a.m. to 2 p.m., let them know whatever they need you to do, you can always do it either before or after your work hours, right? So personally for me, I work between 8 till about 3 p.m. right? When I wake up, I have my bath, you would see me carry my laptop. Like, I carry my laptop from my room and I'm walking up to the studio. I'm happy, but like, I know, you know that I mean business, right? So when I'm going up, I don't have business anymore. I cannot help you again. I'm at work, right? Work mode. So look for ways to separate these two things, honestly, because if you don't take yourself serious, they wouldn't take you serious. That's just the honest truth, right? So if you have to lock the door, lock it. It's not being rude. It's taking a step forward, right? It's kind of bringing a gap, because you might as well be doing the same thing in a different environment. Because you're at home, they now feel like, you know, you're not doing anything. Create rules. Imagine this, your filming space was your actual work or your job office space. Would they be coming to your office and be telling you, Kelechi or Cindy, come and do? No. So create that system, create that culture, create that rule whereby once it is this time, that time, I can no longer attend to your needs except for emergency cases, right? You cannot call me to pick up that or pick up that. No, I'm working, I'm serious, and I mean business, right? So that is it for this video. I really wanted to be unscripted because I find that when I'm unscripted, I flow easily and I get ideas and I just talk from my heart and my experience as well, guys, because I'm not restricting myself to a couple of things. I can further explain and further keep just talking, I guess. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know that in the comment section. If you guys have parents and you film at home, you work from home, let me also know what your experiences are down below, and let me know how you're going to be implementing all this. Again, you need to separate your personal life from your business life. So if you are working from home, if you're with your parents, let them know and start doing what you need to do to move forward. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know that in the comment section. If you guys want to be seeing more of this chill, relaxed conversation kind of videos, let me also know. These are like the easiest to film. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section. If you are new here, hi, my name is Kelechi Mgbemena, and I would really highly appreciate it if you stick around with me by subscribing right here. Also click on this video right here and this video right here to get you started with creating amazing content here on YouTube. If you guys haven't subscribed again, subscribe, and I'll definitely see you guys in one of these videos. Don't be scared to watch any of these. Just pick one and I'll be fine with whichever one you pick. Okay, see you in one of these videos.